Well, it is Friday and I am back in the office. I was in Philadelphia this morning representing a client, several clients actually, and we had a bail motion for one of the clients. It went very well. Bail was reduced from $250,000 to only $50,000. Very, very serious case, but I expect it to go very well, as did the bail motion. I was also in Northampton, Canada this week. I was also in Camden. And I was finally in Burlington County, so close to the office. But a busy week for our law firm, as always, both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Looking forward to next week. It is the end of the week. We did come out with our weekly update today, which went out to over 4,000 of our current and former clients in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Some fantastic articles. The articles that we featured this week, one was on marijuana in New Jersey, explaining that New Jersey may be expanding the accessibility of marijuana in local communities. There's a lot of pushback. As many of you know, recreational marijuana is legalized in New Jersey. It is not legal in Pennsylvania. Medicinal marijuana is legal in the Commonwealth, but here in the state of New Jersey, recreational marijuana, if you're over the age of 21, you can purchase that recreationally. With that said, New Jersey, the president of the state senate has introduced a bill that would actually expand the accessibility into communities that up until now, communities have had the ability to opt out of having dispensaries near their communities, and about two-thirds have uh, chosen to do so. That bill would change all that. So there's going to be a lot of controversial issues. The point of the blog was to update you on the law and also explain the difference between Pennsylvania and New Jersey regarding marijuana. One of the things that we like to do at our law firm is to show the differences between New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Even though the states border each other, they have very, very different laws when it comes to things like marijuana and obviously guns when it comes to the Graves Act. In New Jersey, we have the Graves Act, which makes mandatory minimum sentencing for a lot of gun crimes. Pennsylvania doesn't have anything like that. There aren't any mandatory minimum sentencings for the most part in the Commonwealth. In addition, I put out a blog regarding Pete Rose and the pardon that he's expected to receive. Obviously, Pete Rose is deceased, and President Trump is planning on pardoning him. It's not going to have any effect on necessarily directly his ability to get in the Hall of Fame. Kind of a article that kind of just highlights presidential pardons, kind of puts a sports spin on it. We try to incorporate whenever we can real life examples to just make the articles easy to read and just practical. I do believe that it's going to have an effect with regards to Major League Baseball. I think that the presidential pardon will put eyes on it, and it will pressure a lot of the owners who probably likely have contacts at that level. They're all billionaires. And I would imagine that there may be some pushback within the MLB, and eventually Pete Rose will get his way into the Hall of Fame. There's been a lot of talk now that gambling has been legalized, and athletes have done far worse than Pete Rose and have maintained their status in leagues. So obviously, people are kind of looking at that, and given the fact that Pete Rose would otherwise be in, and it's been over 30 years, and people a lot of times think that's enough's enough, and that he should be let in. But if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website gamebonelaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All of my books, my blogs, my videos are available there. I'm going to link in the e-update. I'm also going to link in some blog articles that I wrote. It is Friday. I always give my weekly information for those traveling. If you are stopped for suspicion of DUI in Pennsylvania or DWI in New Jersey, do not refuse the chemical test, whether it be a blood or breath test. It will never help your criminal case. Be polite, be respectful to the officer, but do not give consent to search your person or your property. Be just respectful to the officer. Tell him tell him or her that you're declining the consent to search the vehicle. If the officer wants to search the car, don't get in his or her way. It will only make the case much more complicated for your attorney. If they find something, you're not obligated to say anything. Even if the officer says, I will go easy on you, really, that's not going to happen. If the officer finds something, they're obligated to arrest you. So once again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday. Please enjoy it responsibly, and I will talk to you all very soon.